Tribunal: Nobody can win an election petition. Whatever INEC does is presumed to be correct. Clark: A respected legal expert from Nigeria, Robert Clark, has expressed his belief that winning an election petition in the country is nearly impossible due to the current provisions of the Electoral Act. In an interview with Channels TV, Clark emphasized that the actions of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) are automatically presumed to be correct, placing the burden of proof on the aggrieved parties to challenge the election process and its documentation. Clark stressed the importance of enabling the aggrieved parties to demand evidence from INEC, proving that the elections were conducted in accordance with the law. He argued that the existing legal framework places undue favorability towards INEC, assuming that its actions are always correct. In Clark's opinion, unless this law is amended, it would be extremely challenging to successfully challenge an election outcome against INEC. This analysis, presented by Clark, raises a significant concern regarding the fairness, justice, and accountability of the electoral process in Nigeria. The current legal framework appears to heavily favor INEC, making it difficult and challenging for opposing parties to successfully contest against an election result. To ensure a more transparent and just electoral system, it may be necessary to re-evaluate the provisions of the Electoral Act, enabling greater scrutiny and accountability of INEC's actions. It is important for Nigerian citizens, policymakers, and stakeholders to consider these issues and work towards a fair and impartial electoral process by fostering an environment that promotes transparency, accountability, and the adherence to the rule of law. Nigeria can strengthen its democracy and ensure the people's trust in the electoral system. Let's see what people have to say about this. If Obi had won, does anyone think Tinubu and Atiku can prove evidence to make him lose almighty presidential seat? In fact, if that happens, that means he is a complete fool and an incompetent to govern a country. Know this and get sense. This is the reason Nigeria is backwards instead of progressing. People who have spent greater percentages of their lives like this Clark are not willing to allow light to shine in darkness. They prefer the continuation of the old order that has enslaved and pauperized the people. No wonder the courts are people with treacherous justices with these negative idiosyncrasies. So if INEC steals, lies, and even commits infractions against their own laws guiding her opinions, this man says it should be accepted that way. We beg to disagree, sir. The petition is before the tribunal, and their decision at the end of the day is what matters. Any elder or patriotic by whatever means who is going to give the verdict in place of the tribunal is only afraid the tribunal may do the right thing. These naysayers are the reason Nigeria has remained comatose for a long time now. You will do well to them. Clark, please stop preemption the tribunal. If you don't have anything to talk, please go home and rest. Can you imagine the kind of comment that is coming out of someone that calls himself elder statement? So if INEC declared Robert Clark, who did not contest at the election winner of the election, he would jump at it and say they are right. Do you see how controversial this man is? If that be the case, why passing elections through faulty INEC? In law, is negligence presumption? No. You can't say INEC is presumed to be correct. How? If the facts are coming out, how on earth are you still talking about presumption? Then that should be put out of use. What is the essence of going to the tribunal where white will be called black? Just a waste of time and resources. As old as you are, you don't have fear of God. I wonder what your end will be. Well, these people have given their own opinion on this. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave your own opinion in the comments down below. And make sure to share with your family and friends